Attention, family, neighbors, and friends. Please join the new destiny of Greater Trueborn Fellowship for our Holy Convocation along with Bishop Anthony G. Robinson and our very own Overseer Sandra Stone. From November 7th through the 10th, prepare your hearts and minds for an anointed time of worship, teaching, and fellowship as we gather to seek God's presence and grow in His grace. This year's theme focuses on pursuing God's mandate, featuring amazing, captivating, and dynamic speakers. Beginning Thursday, November 7th, we will hear from the incomparable Reverend Dr. Paulette Zimmerman from End Time Ministries Church Incorporated. On Friday, November 8th, we will hear from a true man of God, Bishop Charles Kersey Jr. from the Greater Truth Holy International Assemblies and Churches, each delighting us with high-octane, heart-wrenching, and soul-stirring sermons. During our Saturday concert on November 9th, we will hear a good word from the anointed apostle Shaniqua Goodman from the Shaniqua Goodman Ministries. Together, let's usher in and experience the amazing My Ministry of Diamond Saunders as we continue to glorify God through music, high praise, song, and fellowship. Lastly, on Sunday, November 10th, our very
Hey, how y'all doing? What is going on? How y'all doing? Hi, welcome to the Elders Corner. My name is Nessa the Holistic, and you can just call me Big Homie or OG, and I'm going to refer to you as the same. How y'all doing today? Y'all know I jumped on here early this week because this week is one of them great weeks. We get to have this amazing gathering where all the saints going to come on one accord, and we're going to meet God. My God. And y'all know usually if you really read the Bible, they did this, at a certain time of year. And baby, when God showed up, He shows out. And so I just thank God for the next levels. I thank God for the positions that people are stepping into. I just thank God for God still being unconditionally loving towards us. And so this is not a spiritual thing today because I really want to talk about voting. How many of y'all voted? We have early voting. And a lot of people think that voting is only November the 5th. No. And I didn't vote today. I voted last week. I'm just jumping on here because I really want us to talk about this. I really want you to, I've talked to a few people, I might not be on nobody's campaign, but I believe in rights. I believe that, I've seen testimonies in 1960 where they used to have to pay $2 to vote. I'm going to tell you how far we've come. You used to pay $2 to vote in 1960, the blacks. And to vote, those $2, the $2 was a week's wage. And some people decided, I ain't going to vote because I need to feed my kids. Some say, we're going to use what we already have and prepare for this time of year. And so for us to come from a place where you spend a whole week's wage, today, put it in our time, I'm going to do my wage a week. I pay that wage to vote. No, I don't think so. That's a reason not to vote. You ain't got no reason now. People was water hosed by the police, dogs sat on them, sicked on them or attacked them by the hands of the oppressors. Clear people, okay? It wasn't even just the blacks. The women too. The women didn't even have a voice. All your job was to be pregnant and keep the house clean. Count the slaves. Let's talk about it. I mean, it's our history. Y'all know they're trying to clean up the history, so pretty soon it ain't. They're not going to be conversations. If y'all colored people decide that, hey, we're not voting, our vote don't count. If you do that, you're not allowed to talk about Black history. You can't talk about the slave trade. You can't talk about that. No. The white people say they have guilt. They put guilt on their children. And then, not only that we were slaves and considered animals and less than, we weren't even human, we didn't even have a class, right? Even today, we can't get what others can get, whose family bloodline worked the fields and ate scraps that we call soul food, tilled the land, Master came and did what he wanted to do with them, right? That's what they thought of us. They still think of us like that. And so for you to take your rights that somebody sacrificed their life for, all right? I can go two ways on that, but I'm going to stay right where I'm at. For you to say, I'm not voting, my vote don't count, I don't want you to complain about nothing. I don't think you have the right to even speak. If you can't vote, then the rights that are allotted to the people, like freedom of speech and freedom to bear arms and freedom of fair trial, all that stuff shouldn't even count for you. Well, it ain't going to count anyway if Trump get in. Ha! Okay? Trump and all the Republicans. I remember a time that the blacks, it was, in the coming out of the 60s, 70s, 80s, when the blacks was able to make a decision on what party they wanted to be. They wanted to be Republican. Lincoln was a Republican who freed the slaves. Y'all don't see what happened. That's why you see those black men standing in for the Republican, because that comes from generations. And if you listen to the sound and the mentality they have, they got old masters mentality. I'm just saying that I really hope y'all get out there tomorrow if you haven't already. And I'm going further because I've given you the history. I want to give you the importance of this election. First time in creation of a government, right? A black woman will be the first black woman of the United States and the first black world power. That is something. That stamps us, sisters. It stamps us of your greatness. It stamps you of your tenacity and your hard work and your ability to keep going. Even for the single mothers, it shows you strength. It shows your power, girl. That's what Black Girl Magic was about. To show that no matter the situation, no matter the struggle, that sister going to stand strong. She's going to make something out of nothing. My grandmama used to go in the kitchen, and I used to go in the kitchen, and when you're a kid, you don't know what this is and that is and mix in and stuff like that. I'm talking about as a child. And my grandma go in there and whoop up this and whoop up that, and then we got a whole meal. And I didn't see the products in the house. And never begged. My grandma was not a welfare recipient. My grandma never got those benefits. My mama never got those benefits. It says a lot. It says a lot. So all of us, of a different, diverse culture, let us stand with Kamala Harris. Let us stand with Tim Walz. Not just stand with them, y'all. We got to show out. You got to give her the power. If you're going to allow her to be our president and to represent our sisters, and I'm talking to my brothers too, but I'm specifically talking to the ladies. Bro, we need you too. They degraded the black man to a certain degree. They made him less than a black woman. Pay attention to how they view us. Stand with her. She looked like your sister. Your mama used to look like that. Granny used to look like that too. You understand? Vote for her. Let's put them in and go all Democratic. Even if you don't even know. I didn't know none of the people that was on the ballot. I just put all Democratic for every position. And then when I go back in the primaries, I'm going to do it again. Because in the last primaries, I was always under working people or independent, right? And when they have primaries, Democratic primaries, Republican primaries, if you're not in that party, you can't vote. So you got to know your rights, okay? And I'm not a poll worker. I just believe in the rights that people sacrifice their lives so that I can have this privilege that I got. And we always talk about the clear people's privilege. From where we came, it is a privilege to own your own home and to have your own income and to take care of your own family without the government assistance. It is a privilege. It's a privilege to vote. It's a privilege to carry your gun. It's a privilege. It's an honor. You know? And we got to keep our rights. If they talk about the immigrants like that, they talking about us too that look like them. I'm being honest. It's a hard conversation. We gotta have it. I had a sister tell me today, "Oh, I don't do that. Maybe I went in so bad." You know what? And she was saying it like it was like, you know, like, let me show you how it made me feel. And don't laugh. You know how somebody offer, like, say you go, say we're all going out to a club. And you get in the club, you already paid your own way. You don't drink. You ain't even supposed to be in this space. But you're here because it's your best friend, or you're here because it's your sister. You know, you out of town. And somebody offer you a drink. And you're like, I don't drink. You know that look you give them. Like, I don't drink. I don't do that. You know, if they doing something you don't do. Oh, baby, I don't do that. I'm good. That's how she did me when I asked her when did you vote, babe? I had two babies, two young ladies. I think maybe they could be between 20 and 25. No larger, no older than 25. They babies. I watched them grow up. You know. And I asked them, and they were like, our vote don't count. I said, your vote don't count. I said, that's exactly what they want you to think. And let me explain it while we're in this subject. Okay, so there's many elections. It's not just the presidential elections. There's primaries in between. That's how we get our assemblymen, our councilmen, our mayors. You know, we get those community people, right? This is how it works. Whoever you vote in those smaller positions and districts, right? You vote them in. So if you don't vote that, and then it's a Republican, and then the one that's above them, because it's layered. It's so layered. It's so okay. And so each district each district, when you vote in that district, say the district have 900,000 people in that district. I'm just throwing numbers, y'all. I'm just guessing, just to show you the picture. And only 50,000 of that vote, and in that 50,000, only 10 in my district. And the 10, we voted Democratic. The 50,000 voted that Republican person that's been in their community, that they work in their community. Most of the time, voters work in their community. Most of the time, voters are advocates in their community to make sure that the community gets certain kind of dollars or tenant association, all those little things. You know, it has a government. It has a system. It's a system. It's a business, y'all. Okay? So, when that person is in office, now here it is presidential time. And y'all, we always hear the electric. You know, they thought, oh, the electric. Or the college, right? The electric. The electric is when we all vote Democratic in this county, and then they vote all Democratic in that county, and they vote Democratic in that county. That big number is that electric number. Because it might be 10 points, 50 points, 60 points, 70 points. Like, whatever the number is, just do your homework in your county. And you'll understand what I'm saying to you. Right? That electric is the points that they count when we watch Steve Kornacki on MSNBC. Because that's the one I watch. Yeah. Because, I love Joy Reid. I love Simone Saunders. Like, these are black political journalists that I really enjoy. And they're so intellectual. Rachel Maddow. Like, they're so intellectual. And they're so smart. And they teach you and they show you the truth. They're not tricking you to make their president look good or make their party look good. Trump is a piece of shit. And, oh, God, I didn't mean to cuss on him. Forgive me, y'all. When I even think about it, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to even speak like that in front of you. But I'm telling you, that person is no good. When he was in office, he told y'all to drink bleach for COVID. They were telling people to take horse tranquilizers. And people were doing it. Talking about, oh, I'm healed. You're not. That's before they even knew the education that after 5 days, now COVID hit you 3 days, you can go back to work. You're not even contagious if you take the medicine. They didn't know the process then. Right? I know that because I was in the field testing. I made some money during COVID. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't get nail stimulus. I didn't get essential worker pay. I could be bitter about some things in my country. And I'm doing my work. Okay? I didn't get none of that. So, I said all that, and I directed you guys. I need y'all to focus on the candidates. We can fix the policies later. She says she's for the people. Let's see if she's for the people. But she's continuing Joe Biden's legacy. And we can talk about, Joe Biden ain't did. Joe Biden did a lot. The reason our economy is like it is now is because of Joe Biden. Nobody gave that man no credit. First black Supreme Court Justice, Ketanji Brown Jackson. First black Vice President. He didn't do nothing? Come on. None of them other ones did it. Obama didn't even do it. And he couldn't do nothing but make make insurance. To make sure that Americans had insurance. Because they wouldn't let them do nothing. Same way they'll do us when we get big. They ain't going to let you do nothing. They're not. They don't want you to get on their level. They don't want you to have the money that they have. They don't want you to have the say-so that they have. I'm sorry. They don't. That's why I chose Jesus. Because my king don't do that. I can talk to my king and tell my king exactly how I feel and what's going on. And it's private between me and my king. And my king makes sure I have what I need. Not only wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, because financial and physical things, that stuff perish. That stuff go away. Today you can have thousands on thousands, and tomorrow you can be outside with a cup begging for change. It can happen just like that. I ran through some money. Okay? I know. This is factual. This is not hearsay. Okay? So please, please, please. I ain't going to be so more. I'm not hard anymore. Guys, please, 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 please go vote. Go vote. I got mine. Y'all see what that say on there. I voted early 2020. Wow. I voted. And I told y'all what I did. From the judges, Democratic. If it just said Democratic, I made sure I looked down Democratic. I read it. Now, some of the amendments that was in there, I live in New York. Some of the amendments on there, I did not quite understand. And then, you can't really write nothing down. But after the voting, you can go back and you can go and see the amendments that they were asking us to vote on. Some of the stuff was kind of weird. I didn't understand it. I'm not going to lie to you. But I am going to go back and inquire, guys. I'm going to inquire. And I'll come back and tell y'all about it. And I just wanted to just make sure that y'all be on the same page and see what's really at stake. Trump said on day one, he's going to be a dictator. I believe him. Trump said that there will be 1 million deportation. And let me tell you what he said. For those of y'all that remember, Puerto Ricans for Trump, Cubans for Trump, Latin for Trump. Remember that? Yeah. They would play all Trump stuff on all the Spanish Telemundo. What's the other Spanish channel? What's the other one? Not Telemundo. It's another one too. That's real big. They'll be on now. They're all about Trump. Even the ones in Florida. Okay. Trump said on day one he's gonna do 1 million deportation. And he said all of them go, even the anchor babies. And they were like, what is an anchor baby? An anchor baby is when the mother and father come to this country and have a baby, and they're legal. The baby's legal because the baby was born in the United States of America. And that's a legal United States citizen. He said that's an anchor baby, and that's going too. So for those of y'all keep worrying about y'all mama and daddy being deported, you're going too. From what Trump said. Trump said this. And if you had the power to try to send us to Africa, where you think you were going? I don't know why he don't have the power to send them back to British. Cause ain't the British calling Queen Elizabeth, and that's our cousins. Why you want to send them back over there and let the Indians have it here? Can we do that? Can the Geechees have their communities? Can the natives have their communities? The colonizers weren't white. The colonizers was us selling each other out. I'm just telling you the truth. If you're mad, go ahead, clock eye. See you later, baby, next week. I'm just going to be 100 on here. Because if we don't know the truth, we're going to continue to walk around here in a lie. That's why the Bible said, my people perish for the lack of knowledge. You don't even know the truth. And then the white people say, if you don't want them to know about it, just put it in a book. That's why they put 2020 for that Bible. What they called it? Where they got all the things that they're going to do in Trump's new presidency. It's a Republican Bible of what Trump going to do and what they're going to stand behind him and do. They're going to stand with him. They wrote it. They wrote it down. They put it in a book. They didn't think you was going to read it. We didn't. I watched it on the news. I got it downloaded on my phone. I wasn't voting for him anyway. If he get in that office, I'm going to read it. It says 964 pages. I'm going to read every page. And there's some things, y'all, we got to really get our stuff together. This is a sign that even if Trump don't get in this year, Trump has made this possible. There's going to be somebody else. They're going to be smart enough not to open their mouth. They're not going to say what they're going to do. They're going to do it. And they're going to have the power to do it. Because they're setting it up for that kind of stuff. Yeah, we might end up like Iraq and Israel fighting each other. For nothing. What hurt me so bad about our climax is that we all are human. We are one race of beings. There's nothing else nowhere in the world that is human but us humans. And we come in all shades, from clear to jet black. Our hairs go from all colors, and we're talking about naturally, not the dyes and stuff we do. You have people my color with this color naturally coming out their head. You got people my nationality and is clear. Okay? You got people that are Caucasian that are black. So we all one human race. Why do we hate each other like that? What make you better than the next human? You know? Okay, let's say we made a mistake. We ain't know, we were just greedy. But slave and slave trade been going on way before time. If you was a lesser class, you are a servant. I'm glad I'm a servant for the Lord. I'd rather be his less class, because there's a lot of benefits being a servant of the Lord, a slave to God. And no, I don't do everything right. What slave you know did everything right for master? That's why they have whips and stuff on their back. Even though they got whippings for breaking eggs. Y'all watched the Django. Y'all watched it, you know. Y'all watched it. So don't sit there and act like y'all ain't seen the Django. But I said all that to really make the importance of y'all get out and vote. And if you have already voted, I ain't talking to you, child. I know you already know because you knew the importance to make sure. Because y'all know tomorrow on them lines going to be hectic. Wherever part of the country you be in, like the day of voting, stand on them lines. Some down south, you can't bring a chair. You can't have nothing to drink. You got to stand on that line. You know, they said that people were burning in Arizona. They burnt the mail-in, the drop box. Somebody burnt that out. They said in Florida, the little boy was up and down the thing with a machete. And I'm like, I mean, y'all really carrying on? It's like that. We going back to that. That's the same thing happened in South Alabama. The people were walking to go vote. And they got the water hose sprayed on and the dog sicked on them. We back to that. I said, y'all better go vote for that sister. She get in that office, y'all know I'm showing that. Black girl power. You know, you heard it here first. I already claim her as the President of the United States, Miss Kamala Harris, and our Vice President, Tim Walz, the coach. You know, so I just want to throw that out. Y'all know that I do my Sabbath service, my Sabbath worship and learning with Healing of the Nation. And I'm just telling y'all something. I'm going to try to book an interview. Well, y'all already know Minister Beverly, she's coming over. But I'm going to bring their pastor so y'all can sit and see her heart. She is such a sweetheart. She's so sweet. She's so thoughtful. She sells paparazzi jewelry. So for us Christians that want to look really, really fabulous for a nice little low budget, you got to follow her. But I can't give you her information. When I bring her, she'll do it. And then you guys can have that. I think if you come to Sabbath service, and you can meet her yourself, and then she can give you the information. But we're going to allow her her space and opportunity to do that. And I'm working on that. Starting in December, the end. Well, I ain't gonna say the end of November because we're gonna miss a few weeks during that week of the holiday, maybe the week after, and then when we come back on, I want to have either Minister Beverly on, or I'm gonna have one from the Mormons. We're gonna go over there to them, and we're gonna have another Bible study. But this time, it will be question and answer. They did a presentation. We enjoyed the presentation. We asked a few questions, and everything was perfect. So, now it's our turn to ask the hard questions, and we're going to ask them. Okay? But anyway, we're going to do that. Maybe, the beginning, the ending, or of December. December is the month that we're in sharing. We're going to share the power and expression, the love of God through the Word. And we're going to meet some leaders. And we're going to question them. We're going to have some leaders on here. We're going to have some real OGs that are serious about this. And we're going to learn. And also, Healing of the Nation, right now, is having a popcorn drive because I think it's December the 14th. They are having a youth revival, and they got an amazing speaker coming up. She announced this on Sunday about the revival. She's been telling us about the youth revival because it was supposed to happen on like the 7th. I think I had mentioned on here, but now it's happening on the 14th. And so they're having a fundraiser. And y'all remember when we did it at Greater Restoration Through Deliverance? Popping Popcorn. Their church is doing it from Double Good. And so I want you guys to, all who love to support the people of God, listen, guys. It's just like how you sit in the app, nobody gets your information, you get your products. You ain't getting that dollar store product from my. No, you getting real gourmet popcorn, y'all. Listen, I'm going to read it and I'm going to show you guys how simple it is. And I want you guys to go on there and let's support her. Let's support this church. Okay? Let's support. Listen, I always was honest with you guys. And I know, remember I had told you a lot of people say, oh, like, I don't like to give to the church because, oh, the pastor get all the money. Look what they driving. Look at that. Right? Which, if you in church and you in church business, I'm not talking about the spiritual leaders that's in the spirit. Because usually the pastor has to be spiritual. They stay in the spiritual things. They're doing spiritual stuff. They're working in the vision that God gave them. They're following that direction. They have an AP or an executive pastor that does the business. Yes, they're spiritual. Yes, they're knowledgeable of the Word of God. Yes, they have a connection with God. But their focus is to maintain the business of the church. Right? Okay? So a lot of pastors don't even see this. They just know it's happening. Okay? Now, it is important for us. We always say, oh, we kingdom building and we're doing this and that, but you never support. You don't come to church, because everybody said, I ain't going to church, I watch it online, I ain't got that. Okay. We accepted that. So you don't come to church, so that means you don't get a chance to give. Let's be honest. When we go online, when we go on our wallet and do give a $5, or when they're announcing their tag on Cash App, we don't do that. So can we at least do this? Can we do this? Can we do that? Double Good popcorn. Can we do that? That's the church right there, y'all. See it in the picture? Y'all see it? That part. Let me read it. Hey, family, we are Healing of the Nations International Ministry. Our raising funds to help. Who wrote this? Pastor Jude there. Hey, family, we, the Healing of the Nations International Ministry, is raising funds to help support our up-and-coming youth revival 2024. We really appreciate you. Okay? And so whatever you buy, half of that goes to the popcorn, you know, for the product and the shipping, you know what I'm saying? And the other half is donated to the church. Okay? They fundraising just so they can have enough money to have the event. Let's be and if you can't do that, get the Cash App and send a couple of dollars. Look, $5, $10, every dollar count. Every dollar. That's $1. Okay? And so you get on now. I'm gonna try to my best in this video or in the comments in the video, the first comment, I'm gonna put the link in there. And then you just, when you open the video, you press the link and then you can do it. You know. And I'm gonna send this to some of the people that supported my church when we did this. I'm gonna send this to them. And I know my man, she gonna buy. She always supports. So I'm gonna send it to her so she can support one of the other ministers, one of the other pastors and churches that I love, that I learned from. You know what I'm saying? So and they great. And I told y'all why we went over there, and I want to talk about that too, y'all. Because I watched the video, and the video was like, I was explaining the love and the gratitude and the camaraderie there. And then I said, oh, and my church got that too. It's not a comparison. It is not a competition. It's a different type of love, At my church, we are, steadfast, traditional. We stick to certain things, And a lot of us are still learning at my church. At their church, they're a little seasoned, and they're a little bit loving. You know what I'm saying? It's no comparison, it's no different. It's just, I love my Healing of the Nations. I go to my church every Sunday, Fridays. I have a relationship with everybody in their Bible study, all of that. That's great. But this is my family. I get to see, here and there when we're together. And then we have an outside relationship. So Pastor Judy is just not my pastor and my leader and my prayer warrior and my interceder. She's my sister too, and she shares her family with me. So I love her, deep. I love them too, but I love her. That's why. So it was no competition. It wasn't me comparing or guilty or anything like that. I love her, and I like the way she treats me, and I like the way she supports me, and I like the way she beat me up. And it's just not in the church. It's at home too. I'll get a call when I ain't heard from. She ain't heard from me. If I don't come to church, she's going to call me. Well, what's up? I like that. Okay, so once you touch the link, this will pop up. And then look, you just slide up. Look. It tell you all the popcorns. Look at the different flavors. I think this is mine, this caramel one. So you press it, look. See that? And you do it. You see the little lock sign up there? So it's a safe site. Okay? It tells you can press the nutritional. It tells you all the nutritional value, what's in it, the ingredients. Look, I ain't making this up. Look. Man, please. I like that. Okay? And that's the milk. That's painted chocolate. That ain't the one I wanted. Moving too fast, y'all. So let me go back. I think it was called, here it is right here. I already have marked it. It's $13. Look at that. It's not bad. You can get 6 packs. Let me see if they got a special. For $66, you get 6 packs of this. It's called Caramel Diem, and then it's 6.12 ounces, approximately 6 cups, 5 cups, so per bag. So you can get 1 bag for $13, 3 for $36. Let's do 3 for $36. But then you split it in half, and then that's okay. That ain't our business, but all right. And then you add it to your cart. Boom. Look, y'all. Look what it does. See that? Then you hit checkout. Okay. Do not say my name publicly. Yeah. And it even give you privacy. So like when you order it and they, giving you gratitude and all that stuff, your name won't be, publicly, your information, and then you hit continue with the payment method. Boom. Okay. And you order your popcorn. Okay? Let's help her. And I'm going to get more information about the youth revival. So we'll talk about that too, and I'll let you guys know about that. And it's just going to be really, really, really awesome. Youth revival. And a lot of, my bishop did the same thing, right? And when we support them, when we support the churches through the popcorn drive or whatever drive they're having or whatever fundraiser, guess what? That takes the stress off the church. You know, it's easier to do God's work when it ain't stressful. Like, I got to work by paying this one and paying that. And then if the church is not a big church and they don't have the funds, then whatever little money they already saved up, they get that, and then they wait for the offering to, you know, to take care of the responsibility of the church. This helped them not have to go through that. So let's help. Let's do it, y'all. Let's show our love and our support. Okay? Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you for being understanding, and thank you for sacrificing. And you know, and you also listen. Let me tell you, when you do support them with your finances into the fundraiser for the youth revival, right? Whatever they're pursuing in the revival, whatever the reason that they're having the revival, guess what? You sow the seed into it. And so whatever seed you put into the ground, you'll reap, you know, in harvest. You understand? And as they water it and mature it, you're going to see harvest. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. And I know this to be true because even when we was having our popcorn drive, my May was going through some things, and as she didn't care about what she was going through, and she supported us, and the Lord took care of her what she was going through. So, you know, she was calling me, telling me, you know, how everything, even with the hurricanes coming in, the hurricanes didn't tear up her house. When houses, you know, right there, she can look at houses tore up. Better so. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all know today's Tuesday, okay? And it's election day. And Thursday is the beginning or the opening of Holy Convocation. And you see the smile? I am so excited. I just feel like God finna do, like, it's not like he's gonna do something like it's gonna, well, he's gonna do something miraculous in that time frame. I know that he always gonna show himself. But I just feel like when we say we're pursuing God's mandate or God's power, the power to pursue God's mandate, right? I just feel like God's gonna just endow us. And that's going to be enough. You know? Hold on, guys. I don't know what was going on. But I just feel like God is going to endow us. And when he endow us, it's just going to be, our life's going to be so different. And what we thought was going to happen ain't going to happen. And what we need is going to happen and more. And I just feel like, you know, the way we were seeing what situation we're in, because a lot of us are in some type of situation, mentally, emotionally, physically, you know. I just think, like, when God endows us, it's going to be different. We're going to walk through a lot of stuff in his name. We're going to be victorious in a lot of places. And everything connected to us going to feel a portion of it. They are. The ones that are connected in the right way and in the right vein, yeah, it's going to be good. I am so excited. I can't wait to see what God's going to do. I can't wait to see the next level. I can't wait to feel him. I feel him every Sunday. Let me tell y'all something. For the last few Sundays, as we get closer and closer, my church been on fire. Okay? It started Friday when Pastor Denise preached. It started then. It's something turned then. And then since we've been working on one accord, since we've been checking on each other and protecting each other and getting ready for this, it just seems like when we get into worship, God be sitting on us. God sit on us. He's been sitting on us. We are his ark. Because we get together and next thing you know, we all in the depths of our heart be turned. You look around the church. Sunday, the church didn't have that many people in there. It felt like it was like maybe at least it had been about 70, 80, 90 people in there. It felt, that's how full it felt in there Sunday. I'm just telling you, and it wasn't that many people in there. It was a few of us, you know, with the heaviness of God. You know, his weight was sitting on us. And then everybody been preaching and telling us, you know, what we need to do to make sure we maintain, how to keep our eyes open, make sure that your heart is protected, make sure you're doing your due diligence in your studying. Like, when you getting yourself in a situation, one preacher said to pray, another preacher say, you know, it helps you to build character, walk through it, talk to God. You know, all these nuggets up to this point. The preparation to this point, I'm telling y'all, this ain't gonna be. Listen, y'all made me go look. I'm so excited. And then Saturday, we're just gonna be celebrating the oneness. We're gonna celebrate God's power. The kids gonna be dancing. They're gonna be singing. We got a reggae master, Pastor Kumar. We got mime dancing. It's gonna be awesome. Please come. Please come. We're going to be in our pink and our black. So, listen. I want to thank y'all for coming over here and hanging out with me on the Elders Corner. You know, this week, I'm so excited. I feel a change. You know, I feel something different going to happen. And it's going to be the betterment of us. And our eyes are going to be open. Listen. Donald Trump ain't finna win, y'all. I think that's why it's some kind of joy it just feels like joy. It feels like celebration is on the way. That's what it feels like. I'm so excited about convocation. That's what I'm telling y'all. During this time, like when God got you at a high place, it's your time to be a blessing to other people. Whether you got to share some of your joy with them. And share some of your love with them. A couple of dollars with them. Do it. Do it. Take care of God, people. And let me tell you something. Not just the ones that are chosen, that is God's people. Not just the ones that confess Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior. It's God's people. All people is God's people. The Bible says he reigns on the just and the unjust. So all of them is his people. Make sure we're doing people good, no matter what their circumstances. Okay? Y'all listen. Happy voting. You'll see today, Kamala and Tim Walz, we stand with you over here at the Elders Corner. Them going to be our big homies and our OG. Peace out. We want to invite you to join us for a time of celebration, high praise, worship, and fellowship. We are praying that the Holy Spirit will move like never before and do what the Spirit has done throughout the ages. Bring us together as on the day of Pentecost, so we welcome and honor you to come and be a part of our holy convocation and concert.
Prepare your hearts and minds for an anointed time of worship, teaching, and fellowship as we gather to seek God's presence and grow in His grace. This year's theme focuses on pursuing God's mandate. Together, let's usher in and experience the amazing ministry in song, mime, and dance. During our Saturday concert, we will hear a good word from the anointed apostle Shaniqua Goodman from the Shaniqua Goodman Ministries. Lastly, on Sunday, November 10th, our very own Bishop Anthony G. Robinson will expound on the message and mandate of this year's theme. Please feel free to bring your family, co-workers, neighbors, and friends as we come together to experience a move of God like never before. Let's make this year's convocation a time of renewal, restoration, and revival. We look forward to seeing you there. We are located at 621 East 170th Street,